Okay, I think we're rolling. Yep, we are. Okay, everybody. It is hey you got it is June the 3rd. So we have 27 days for the end of the month. And what I can tell y'all is in June, everything everything happens in June. Like things that nobody would believe will happen, but in May or in July, it will happen in June because something magical about the last month of the seminar year. You can't even explain it how awesome it is. I've seen directors and units that their biggest month ever was like 50,000 and they do 100,000 in June. And I've seen consultants that never got a recruit gold medal and get 5 recruits. I mean, it's crazy. So I want y'all to think about like huge goals that you think, and in mind, you're almost like there's no way. But you know that somebody's done it, so there is a way. It's not impossible, right? But I want you to think like stretch as big as you can for this month and see what you could do. If you really like said, no matter what I said, I can do it. Okay? As long as it's not like, as long as it's within the rules of Mary Kay, like obviously you can't become a director by the end of the month unless you're in DIQ, right? Because that's the rules of Mary Kay. You got to be in DIQ, but you could go DIQ. So anyway, I know that like Sayla is back in qualifications for her directorship, and she wants to do it in 1 month, this month. Like finish out, get her 24 people. You start out with 8, and yourself, that's 9, and then finish out 15 more people by the end of the month and be a director by seminar. I know she can do it. Other people have done it in 1 month, and I know she can do that. What do you want to do in this month of June? So I want to talk to you for a minute about the party that we did last night, $1,000 party. And I know some of you have had $1,000 parties, but if you're like me, $1,000 is not chump change, right? I mean, like that's a nice party, and that's something you're like, yeah, I could deal with $1,000 party. I mean, like I might do 2 parties a week if I thought I could do $1,000 party every time I did a party, right? So I just want to go over some basics of how to do $1,000 party, but honestly, it's no different than $100 party. But I'm just going to tell you a couple things that happen, and hopefully I'll give you some tips about setting your parties and really, getting it going. So I'm going to take the screen off, so you might not can see me, but I'm here. Okay, so these are like 15 little tips for $1,000 party, okay? So, well, first of all, let me just tell you that last night she had 8 people. Well, she had, I think, 11 or 12 confirmed. She had 8 people that on the day said, like 4 said, I can't come. And then, so 8 for sure on that day were coming, and 6 showed up. So number 1 is to have a decent sized party, like $1,000 party, you really want 6 to 8 guests there. Because if you only have 2 people, then they're both going to have to buy $500 a piece to have $1,000 party, right? So you got to think about that. So if you have 6 to 8 people there, you're going to have a better chance of $1,000 party. So you want to have really around 12 or 15 that have said, that showed interest, that said they're going. And then you're going to have some at the last day cancel normal, and then you're going to have 6 or 8 show up. Okay, so that's number 1. You've got to over invite. Number 2, this is optional. I'm just going to tell you what Megan did. I thought it was pretty cute. She just went on Facebook and she created an event, and it just said launch party, and we had a little pic collage, and she had a little thing about, you guys, I'm so excited, start Mary Kay, and y'all can put whatever you want to right there, but it was really heartfelt. And she said, it's my very first party, and she said it's my launch party because she's already had a party, but she said, she goes, I want y'all to come over, we're going to have it at my mom's house, we're going to have some snacks, and you're going to get free facials. And she goes, you're going to absolutely love it. Like, she just really sold the whole experience of the facials. So she invited, not like her whole Facebook friend thing, because like when you invite, like let's say you have 1,000 friends and you just said, I'm inviting everybody. Nobody goes because they think that's not even real hardly, So she invited 35 people, and that's a lot, which I know that, but she was going for having 10 is what she wanted. And so she had 35 people on that list. And then of course, right off the bat, some people were like, can't go, blah, blah, blah. And the ones that said, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't believe I'm going to miss it, she would reply back and say, that's okay, we can set up another date. There's still going to be bookings. And then the ones that said they could go, she's like, I'm so excited you can go, And then she added me to the party, which if you are in my unit, you want to add me or your director, whether we're going or not, she added me. Now I happen to be going to this one because she's my personal team member, and I was doing her first party for her. And so I got on there too, and I said, I can't wait to meet all of you. But you could say this as well if it was some people that were inviting people, because you could have everybody that said they would come to also invite someone, like a friend, and they could just add them to the event list. Well, anyway, then toward the end, we would remind them, and then I said, list any skincare concerns that you might have. And then she followed up individually with a Facebook message or called them, each and every one of them that said they were coming the day or two before, just to remind them. Because y'all know, like, events on Facebook, you can't really count on people to really go just because they say they're going. That unfortunately don't really mean anything. I mean, it does give you an idea who wants to go. And so that's an option. So number one, over invite. Number two, optional event page on Facebook. Number three, ask their skincare needs. Like, if there's one thing you could change about your skin, what would it be? That's what I mean with that. If you do an event page, you can ask them there. Otherwise, you can call them and ask them that. All right. Number four, encouraging posts for them to come on the event page. Don't just post it and be done with it. But if you're not doing an event page, just encouragement by, let's say you have the party booked for 2 weeks from now. So instead of encouraging post, it would be encouraging text. Hey, can't wait to see you next Thursday. I'm building my guest list. We're going to have so much fun at the party. Something like that. Just a little reminder, like a little build up to it, okay? Number five is pre-profile. And you can do this 2 ways, online or on paper. Now, last week when I had all the unit come over to my house, I showed you how to have your guests register on your Mary Kay app or your Mary Kay website. So what we did is we had the guest, she texted each and every one of them, and she said, if you can, before tonight, if you can, go to my, and she put her website, www.marykay.com/ it'd be like me /Cleta. I said, and please register on my site and fill out all the information. Text me back when you've done it, because I need to find out about your skin. So they did. All of them but one got online, went to her website, and registered. So they answered all the questions, their address, where they live, same thing, address where you live, but also their skin type and all of that. Okay. If you don't have the Mary Kay website, you need to get one. But if you don't, you always could call them and pre-profile them or text them and ask the questions. What does pre-profiling do? 2 things. One, it makes you more prepared of who's coming and what kind of skin they've got. Number 2 is something about filling out all that information makes them come, because they're like, it's almost like registering, like they're registering to come to the skincare class. And it's just a mental thing. I filled out I'm really going to go. Okay. It's like anything that you register for and you got to go put all your information down. You're like, it's kind of like having a ticket. You're going. Okay. So we did that. Number 6 is when they came in, we did do the little place cards that come in the new kit where we had their name tag. And we put their name in front of their tray, and we went ahead and filled the trays because we already knew their skin type. So we put in, I'll tell you that in a second. But the trays were filled. So when they came in, we went ahead and had them go to the kitchen, and we did satin hands. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of you have asked me about satin hands, the instructions. Of course, it's pretty simple. But in the new kits that have the little place cards, there is instructions on a little thing that you can read. It's like looks exactly like the little place cards. But if not, you guys, can find out how to do satin hands. I'm not going over that right now. But anyway, so you take them to the sink, you do satin hands, and they're all talking, having a good time. They come back, and then you have them sit in their assigned seat because they're already filled. And once they sit down, number 7 is we went ahead, we prepared those trays in advance. And what we did is we used the Miracle Set, which is like we did cleanser, charcoal mask, the day cream, the night cream, the eye cream, the foundation primer. We did the satin lips, and then we did the CC cream. And also at every single tray, we had a cotton ball with translucent powder, a cotton ball with some cheek color, and we had a sponge tip applicator with the Mary Kay bronzing powder on both sides that we were going to just use for eyeshadow. We had a mascara brush. We also had a headband and a washcloth by their table. We did have profile cards and an order form there they did not have to fill out the profile card because they all registered online. But we did put their name on the top. We wouldn't have had to do it that way, but I wasn't sure, so we did have a profile card there. They didn't fill them out though, so they really just used it to put the type of foundation on there. Okay, but you could also use it for the Fabulous game, which we'll talk about that in a second. So we matched all their CC creams real quick. What you can do to match the CC creams real quick is you tell everybody, I'm gonna match y'all. You tell about it, the CC creams. You say everybody's gonna help us match the CC creams, and then you say, like, well, these ladies were all either ivory or beige. So I said we've got 3 colors to choose from. We got light, light to medium, medium to deep. And you guys, I just say light instead of very light. And I'm going to tell you why. I just don't know anybody that wants to be very light. Well, not in the South anyway. So I just say light. I know it's very light, but I just say light. And then I say, okay, what do y'all think she is? And they're like, light to medium. Or what do y'all think she is? Light. You know, it's just so fun. And then we match it and say, what do y'all think? Yes, good. And we go to the next person. And we have them write down the color on the profile card. Okay. Then we get started. So we do the introductions. We use the flip chart. How do you know the hostess? Or like at this point, it was how do you know the new consultant? And tell them a little bit about themselves. And then I just have Megan go through the flip chart. And one of the key things she did is she told her story about why she got a Mary Kay, about her goals, her dreams, her vision with her Mary Kay business, to enlist the guests that what they're doing today is part of her helping with her dream. And like she said, when you buy from me today, you're supporting an independent, you know, my dreams, my goals, independent beauty consultant. And it was just neat. I mean, the way that the wording is on the flip chart really makes the people there feel like, I'm really, you know, this is cool. I'm really going to help her. They hadn't tried any product yet. So then since it was new, I did the skincare part. But honestly, I kept straight like to the script that's on the flip chart. And we did the whole thing. But when we did get ready to do the mask, we had them do the mask on their nose and their cheeks. And then we had a little left over. I said, if you got some left over, go ahead and put it on your chin. So we talked about the mask and all the great benefits of the mask and how awesome it is. And then I said, all right, we're going to play a game. And I brought a free satin handset. And I put it in the middle of the table. And I said, okay, we're going to give away this satin handset. I said, I know y'all loved it. I said, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do tickets. And I talked about the Fabulous game. And I actually brought some sheets that had a place for 20 names on it. You guys, you can use the back of your profile card just as easy. But I just had a sheet, so we used them. And, you know, I did the whole thing about, you know, we're not going to stalk your friends. We're just going to ask if they'd like to have a free makeover. And then I said, I'm going to play a couple songs on my phone, and y'all can start writing the names. And whoever has the most tickets gets double tickets. So it's just so crazy how if you don't do this, you're really missing out. So we played 2 songs on our phone while they're doing it. And 2 of the girls filled it all the way up to 20. One girl did 18, another girl did 10, another girl did 10. So she ended up getting like 70, 80 names from it. One girl, her mom, she didn't put anybody down right then, but the other 5 all gave names, okay? And so everybody got the tickets, and then I didn't draw right then. I said, I'm going to draw at the end. So we went straight on to taking it off, did the rest of the party, and, you know, we let them do, you know, the translucent powder, cheek color bronzer. We did a little bronzer on their eyeshadow, and then did the mascara, and we did lip gloss. And that's it. And then we did the whole thing just like the flip chart, compliment time, and then I went over the sets. Now, the sets. The biggest thing, and that's number 10, by the way. So number 8 was introduce everybody. Number 9, tell about your Mary Kay dreams, goals, vision. Number 10, was present the skincare. And, number 10 is present the skincare, you know, all the, like I just told you. But personal testimonies of why you love it. And one thing Megan did last night is, even though I was talking about it with the flip chart, she said, y'all got to tell you. Because, see, she's a new consultant and excited, and she likes the product. So she said, and she named some brands that she had just used. She goes, you know, I went to Ulta and I bought such and such microdermabrasion, and I brought, or like she said, I've tried every kind of microdermabrasion, and I'm telling you, this works. After one time, you can see it works. You know, even though we weren't even using microdermabrasion, I wanted her to talk about it because it was in the Ultimate Miracle set. And then when we talked about the foundation, she talked about that. Like anything that she really liked, she just told him. She goes, and she even said up there, she said, I told them I'll either be Cleta's best consultant or her worst, because if I don't like it, I can't stand behind it. And if I like it, I want everybody to use it. And so, because she signed up before she tried it, you know. Anyway, so your testimony of the product is I think a key factor here. That's number 10. I know I kind of got ahead of myself, you guys. Number 11 was do the mask and the fabulous game. Number 12 is do the sets with the specials. And I want to tell y'all, when we closed, the girls told me that, yes, she said, well, I'll tell you what got me right now is when you said about that special, because I thought I wasn't going to get anything today. But when you said that, I thought that's a good deal. Okay, here's the specials we did. We used the placemat, the new placemats, and we said basic skincare was the cleanser and the day cream, that you got a CC cream at half price. Everybody was so excited about that. Then I said, the second one is the Miracle Set. I said, and this one you get the CC at half price and you get that free charcoal mask. Bam. Everybody was like, you could just see their eyes sparkle. And then the third one, I said, this is the Ultimate Miracle Set and it has the microdermabrasion in it. I said, remember when Megan was talking about the microderm and the pore minimizer? I said, and with this one, and we pulled up the new roll-up bag. And we did the whole little display about the roll-up bag, how awesome it is. And, you know, she goes, yeah, y'all, in fact, this is my roll-up bag right here. This is all my stuff. She says, and I'm a cosmetic junkie. I have so much because I've thrown it all away and I just use Mary Kay. I mean, it was good, you guys, I'm telling you. And so we showed all the specials. We had the markers. I said, circle the set that you like the best on here. And then I told them about the other products on the bottom. And then I said, okay, we're going to do the drawing. I said, number 13 is we did tickets for the, they already have tickets for the referral game, the fabulous game. But I said, we're also going to do tickets for booking. I said, now at your second facial, you guys can use this color card with the eyeshadows and, you know, come early, make sure you get a little extra special treatment, you get free product. I said, and you can invite the people that y'all just wrote on the back of those referrals. I said, so who all wants to have a party in June for Megan? And they just sat there. And I just sat there. And I said, okay. I said, you have to have at least 3 people. I said, of course, the more the merrier. You know, I said, who wants to do one? And finally, someone goes, I'll do one. I said, and I'm like, thank you. And so I gave her 5 tickets. I said, who else? And someone goes, I'll do one. And then I gave her 5 tickets. So we got 2 bookings. And then I said, okay, one last thing before we do the drawing. I said, who would like to take home some career information? It doesn't obligate you, but if you'd like to learn a little bit more about what we do, I said, raise your hand. And they just looked at me. And I said, all right, I know somebody wants to know. So then 3 people raised their hand. So I gave them tickets, like 5 tickets. Okay, so then I did the drawing. That's number 14 for the prize. And then we did individual closes. So what we did is we had the girls go to a different table to close with. And I said, everybody else can go get some refreshments. I said, and I brought some little, I didn't actually pull out the lookbooks, you guys, at all. I really didn't. I wanted to focus on that little sheet. So I did have a little thing that shows some different colors of eyeshadows, like a color chart. I threw that on the table. Just something for them to do. But they got their refreshments. We went to a table, and I said, bring your placemat, your profile card, and your sales ticket. And when we did it, here's what happened. The first girl came in there. She said, do you have a special for everything we tried today? I said, yes, as a matter of fact, we do. So I just wrote it up, every single thing that we had on. I don't even remember how much it was, you guys, but I think it was like 300. Well, no, it was like 305, something like that. So that was the first order. And we did it. She pulled up her phone and did the My Customers Plus app. And just for this one, because I was training her, I said, I'm going to write it on paper, but I want you to do it on the app because the customers are already in there, right? So she did the whole thing. And even on that app, we charged the card. It charged right through ProPay. And then She wasn't in the hurry, so I said, bring the next person in there. So then we did the next one, Ultimate Miracle Set. Next one, Ultimate Miracle Set. The next one, Ultimate Miracle Set. The next one, Miracle Set. And then the last one, she wanted the Ultimate, but she ended up getting the Clear Proof because she really did have acne. And she said, I don't know which one to get. And honestly, I could have said Ultimate Miracle Set, but honestly, she needed the acne. And it's only $45, but that's what she needed. And so we sold the acne set and then a couple other things to go with it. And it still ended up being, because she got some glamour, $100. So when she got said and done, it was $1,216. $1,216, you guys, for 6 people there. That's average $200 a person, which, you know, some did more, some did less. And every single person bought 3 bookings, 80 leads. 3 people went away with recruiting information that we're going to follow up with. But I think it's the combination of the whole party is what, and the girls, when they came to close individually, they go, well, I'll tell you, when I heard, when you said that CC cream was half price, I thought that's a good deal, and especially that charcoal mask to get that free. So that's what kind of got me. I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then I said, well, you get taken home today. She goes, you're kidding. Everybody went home with their miracle set. I mean, like Megan had them there because she came in with, she did a $3,000 order last month. Her very first order. She did 2 of them actually, like an 1,800 and 1,200. And, but she had all the miracle sets she needed. So those girls all went home. They're all super excited. They're all had a lot of fun. And they've got the bookings, and the ones that didn't book, they said, I'll go to your party and get the rest of the stuff I want. So it's going to be solid customers for her, you guys. Solid customers. And, no, it doesn't always happen that way. But I just think when you concentrate on the miracle set instead of all this other stuff, that's what you're going to sell. And so you don't have to have 400 eyeshadow samples and all that other stuff at the first party. Now, for the glamour parties, that's nice. But really, for the first party, you just concentrate on that miracle set and you give them a special. And I tell them, I say, now, these are some specials that are on the placemat. I said, there is some savings on there. I said, however, because you came today, we want to sweeten the deal. And it was amazing to me, you guys. Some paid with cash, some paid with checks, some paid with credit cards. But when it was all said and done, everybody was happy. Everybody went home with a skincare set, every single one of them. And so that's pretty awesome. Okay, other thing I want to tell you about. I went to see Allison, of course, last night, and then we saw him today. And she told me about one of her consultants. And one of her consultants yesterday started thinking about booking for June, and she's got some goals. And so she said, I'm going to try to, I don't even know what her goal was, but she got on the phone and called this girl and said, I've been thinking about you, and I want you to try our new miracle set. I need you to do a party for me. And so this was yesterday morning. And so the girl goes, all right, I'll do it. She goes, all right, when do you want to do it? She goes, well, what about today? So she went over to her house. She did a party with 6 people, and she sold $750. She booked it yesterday morning. She had it last night, and she sold $750. I mean, I'm telling you this because some of you, that if you have nothing on your books, it don't matter. You can get something on your books today, and you can do the party tonight or do it tomorrow or get people at the meeting. So it's just a mindset of what, if you did what we talked about at the very beginning of our Boss Babe calls, which was get that kit ready. And I will tell you what I did last night before I came to this party down here. My kit had all the old time wise in it, and I thought I had just too much. So I brought everything in because I had my car packed for my meeting, and I emptied my whole starter kit. And I took all the old miracle set out because, I'm wanting to concentrate on the new. I still have some old, and I'm really going to just sell it to my reorder customers till it's gone. But totally cleaned out, cleaned all my mirrors, put my trays in every one, every mirror thing. And then it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So why couldn't I have a party in a few minutes with 10 people? I could. My kit's ready to go. That is not stressful for me at all, So you got to get that kit ready. So that part is done. You don't even have to worry about it. And then know that you can book on the spot. Just like when Allison came up to Valdosta, she didn't know anybody, and she had 8 guests for the next morning. So don't think that it takes all day to book something. That's, I guess, the point of that story. But the other one is that inventory that Megan had, is she didn't have everything she needed because, you know, she didn't have 6 roll-up bags. So really what she had to order was roll-up bags, some charcoal masks, and I think she had to order like 3 or 4 microdermabrasion sets because we didn't have quite as many as that. But all the basic stuff they could go home with, which is pretty exciting. So anyway, I just know this is basic. I know y'all heard it 1,000 times, but until y'all start doing it, I told Allison today, I said, Allison, the best thing you could have done is 2 or 3 months ago when you came down and you showed about doing the Fabulous game while the mask was drying. When I started Mary Kay, we had a classic basic. It was a cleanser, a mask, a freshener, moisturizer, and a foundation. And we always used to do the referral game during the mask. Well, then when we cut the mask out of the skincare system, we just didn't, I don't know, we just didn't do referrals anymore, or it was awkward. So now just put that charcoal mask right back in there. It's amazing, but then you have to really talk about the microderm so that you'll have the Ultimate Miracle set, you know, to sell and give away the mask. So, and here's what's cool about the thing last night. The 5 masks she's got to buy, they're 55% off. So you can buy up to 13 masks at 55% off. So don't think I'm not going to max out the mask this month and, you know, get those masks for a little bit cheaper. And I said, hey, there's the discount that you gave. I said, you didn't even, you know, it's just amazing. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I know my hair is all crazy and jacked up out here, but I'm going to open it up to any questions that you might have, and I'm going to keep the recording going. So just unmute yourself. I think most of you know how to unmute yourself on there. If you don't, raise your hand and I'll unmute you. If you have a question about the party. Anybody have any questions? Do I need to unmute everybody? I know it's challenging.
Wait.
Yes, go ahead.
The Ultimate Miracle set, what did y'all give with that?
Yeah, the Ultimate, we gave the CC cream at half price. We did the charcoal mask free, and the roll-up bag free.
Okay.
So the total discount,
Gotcha.
I'll tell you this, when you're doing it on your app, you have to just put everything in, and then at the end of the app, it says on the discounts, you can do a percentage or a dollar amount. So the dollar amount was $69 is what you gave free. It was the $35 for the roll-up bag, $24 for the mask, and $11 off, $10 off the CC cream. So it was $69 is what we gave free. But here's the thing on that. That only cost like $37, and every single order was over $200. So I feel like that's not a ton to give away, and every single one of those girls in 3 months are going to reorder. It's exciting.
Right. Got them on the right.
Yeah. I shouldn't record
Awesome.
this. My hair's a hot mess. Okay. I should just take off my video. Can I? Yes. Oh, look how much better. That's how I look. Awesome. Okay. Anybody else have a question? Anybody? If you want to ask and your thing is not muted, just raise your hand and I'll try to unmute you. Anybody? Okay. Okay, well, I just want to thank y'all for calling in. That's a basic thing, but just kind of look at that list. And if there's one of those things, it's not a lot you got to change sometime to have better results, but just tweaking what you already are doing. But when those girls, 2 of them came up and said, well, I wouldn't have bought anything. I wouldn't plan on buying anything. They said, but really when you gave that special, I thought that's a good deal. I thought, I'm not believing giving a CC cream for half price makes people buy $200 and a mask. I mean, it's just the bomb. So, y'all, people will buy the product. So get out and share it this month. We got a lot to do. Everybody needs a huge month to finish what we got going on. So I'm asking each of you to stretch and do 2 to 3 times more than you normally do in June. And just play full out. You'll have a great July because you'll have some momentum going. And then the last thing I want to say is your star consultant status. The star consultant this quarter is June 15th. So you want to get a star in, because if you want to go DIQ, the existing rules are that you have to be a star consultant. So you need to be a star if you plan to be a sales director. So get that star order in early and get registered for seminar. And let's just blow it out. And I will see y'all next Sunday. I'll look so much cuter. In fact, I'll look like the picture instead of like right now. So anyway, you guys have a great one. Thank y'all for calling in, and I'll be talking to you soon.
All right. Thank you.